ago, his last ever performance there. Well, 31 years later, I'm on this ferry with another rock and roll band. And quite frankly, they don't know what they've got coming.
Another truck, another race. I'm eating junk, feeling bad. Another night I'm going mad. My woman's leaving, I feel sad. But I just love the life I lead. Another beer is what I need. Another gig, my ears bleed. We are the road crew.
Let's stay fit.
This is Dave. He's a roadie. And these are the people he looks after. They sell their bodily fluids. And they smash up their instruments. Dave doesn't have an easy life. But he doesn't care, because this is rock and roll.
CDs. Let's see if this is a good place to go shop. I'd like to buy one of these, please. Kids, after you buy the Hearsay record, this is what you got to do to it. This is what you don't want in your living rooms.
9 months ago, Dave gave up his well-paid job as a computer troubleshooter to become AntiProduct's full-time roadie. He's also van driver, tour manager, and the guy who sorts out the aggro when the gigs turn nasty. He's only got one helper, Lucas the guitar tech. Dave's mission is to get them to a gig on the Isle of Wight and home again on the last ferry, so Lucas can get back to his shift in a London bar. Dave, you feel a bit like a sheepdog most of the time.
Yeah, you've got to try and grab them and keep them moving in the right general direction. It isn't very easy. You do things like, when you get up in the morning and say, right, we're leaving at 11, and at 11 we'll come and go, and everyone will be sat round, and just got to have a shower, just got to go get breakfast. Generally speaking, we're about 3 hours late for everything.
So you got any worries about the ferry then today?
Yes. But as we've actually paid for something, there might be a chance we might get there on time.
But I always knew that I wanted girls in the band. A, because if you get girls in the band, like, if you're lucky, you can get them drunk. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened with us yet, so there's just a lot of masturbation going on from the male contingent.
But Dave's first job is to try and get this lot into the van.
Actually, we don't let them ride in the van with us, and this is where they sit during the entire journey.
Hello, sailors!
To make ends meet, we sell Toshi for sex, so like the whole sailor thing, we figure we're in stuff. Oh, we do really well when we get down to King's Cross. Oh, poor Toshi. Toshi, how much for deep anal workout?
How much for deep anal workout, please? All right, sailors!
And talking of money, things are a bit tight. AntiProduct recently had £20,000 worth of gear nicked, and they rely on their fans to help them out big time.
Yeah. So, how many bands did you have on this tour?
This is our second. Yeah, the first one got stolen 2 weeks after our fans bought it for, which was, yeah, awful, with all our gear in the back and everything. Yeah, and this is the second. We found this in Manchester after searching long and hard. Eventually this one from Manchester.
Have you grown to love it?
It's great. It's a bit cramped, like that all the time. You'll see, you're about to experience, but yeah, it's great. Hasn't broken down yet, so that's good.
This is our home away from home. We spend more hours in here than we do in a bed. Well, I guess we would anyway. Well, not necessarily if you sleep 8 hours, but we spend more than that a day in here for sure.
Have you grown to love it?
No, I fucking hate this thing, man. I'd rather sodomize myself with a 2x4, but hey, it's part of the job. So is a 2x4.
What's it been like, Dave? Go on, you can confide.
It's been a nightmare. It's terrible.
I hate these people.
How long have you been doing this?
For too long.
Nearly. Shut up, you big fucking new guy. When did we adopt you? When did we save you from the orphanage?
I moved down in December, didn't I? November time.
Yeah, we got him out of jail in December.
First saw the band in July.
He's actually an ex-convict. This is his work release thing. It was either that or like spending...
Don't reveal my identity, Tony.
Yeah. We won't say who you are.
Blow my face out.
He's actually royalty. It's Prince Charles up there. Slap Prince Charles in the back of the head, Si.
Thank you.
Yep, poor Dave's having a hard time from the band and they haven't even got on the ferry yet. He just wants to get on board as quickly and as painlessly as possible. These guys better behave, because the last thing Dave needs is the hassle of being pulled over and searched. I'll tell you what, I don't want to worry you, but he's giving you funny looks and he's talking his walkie-talkie, look. I think he might have...
We got them, we got them. Just catch them, we got them.
He's looking over and
The American light.
I think she's a bit suspicious about you. Uh-oh, he's calling you over.
Oh, don't! The jig is up. Let's make a break for it.
Hey, let's go.
Are you a bit nervous, Dave?
Very nervous.
It's a bit like that bit in Escape from Colditz, isn't
There's going to be
it?
a fight on the ferry. Woohoo! Whoa, scouse wankers. Oh, don't...
Dave, squash him, squash him, squash him.
Yeah, do your special part.
Panic over. They don't want to stop us, just get rid of us. So Dave's got them on the boat on time. But can he save them from being thrown off it?
In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will hear a continuous ringing of the ship's alarm bells.
In addition, we also ask passengers travelling with children to be extra vigilant and not left to wander around the ship unsupervised.
You don't know where Nick is, do you?
Poor Dave. The band's out of control and he's worried about tonight's gig.
We're probably going to get beaten up, according to what everyone keeps telling us.
Why?
Apparently the venue's a bit rough. I always look worried though. And we've had fights before, we've been okay.
And guess who sorts out the aggro?
Well, that'd be me. Yeah. Well, Simon if he's had a few, but he's normally starting it if he's had a few. So.
Yep, Dave's going to need all the help he can get with tonight's gig. And remember, he's only got young Lucas, the guitar tech, to help him out.
Things tend to get broken due to the hardcore performances, and it's my job to fix them. And it seems like of all the bands I ever worked for, them are definitely a handful, but it's certainly a challenge like every time I do it, yeah.
And who's the worst offender?
Well, I think Alex is. I don't know, he seems to get like possessed by certain demons that fly around his head and destroys things and throws guitars about and whatnot, and whereas it's also like in the name of fun and good entertainment, you know.
It's all a bit inbred in the Isle of Wight. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, another inbred town.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's where Hendrix played his last
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So this is the
In the same club we're playing tonight.
Well, we're spending
The same club where he played?
Yeah, totally. No, really, we're making
Not
it sound like
really,
you
it's
fucking
on
wanna-
TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for a good docking. Sir, can I get the universal language of metal from you, please? Yeah.
After the break, look out, Isle of Wight, rock and roll is back. And Dave has to roadie for a band that doesn't just smash up guitars and equipment, they'll sell you their bodily fluids. Coming up, AntiProduct products on offer to their Isle of Wight fans.
I do vomit, yeah, and if you're lucky you get spots of blood in it too, but I can't guarantee it, but, you know, I try my best.
And whilst the band's having fun, the pressure's growing for their roadie.
There's no power on stage. As soon as they put it back on,
There we go. Boom.
It's the first time the Isle of Wight has seen AntiProduct, and even parking the van can scare the locals.
Look at the whole dude, man.
He's never seen anything like him.
But at least Dave's got the band to the right place and at the right time. And everyone's in one piece.
This is the most glamorous aspect of being in a band.
With just 2 roadies, though, everybody's got to muck in with the loading.
You're here, Dave. You made it.
Yeah. We just about made it.
On time.
Early. Hour early.
An hour early?
Yeah. Spectacular.
That's because the sun's not out. There's no sitting on the beach.
There is that. Well, it's normally the getting up part that's the tricky part. They're quite good, well-behaved today. So. There's also a thing where I don't think I speak in English all the time because you tell people times and what's happening and then no one really seems to have paid any attention. So today it's gone quite smoothly, so we're actually here on time for a change, which means that, unlike usual, we won't be rushing around like maniacs trying to fit everything in. We can just do everything pretty chilled and get everything right first time.
The venue only holds about 120 people, and it's already cost them £100 to get here. But this tour's about building up a fan base to buy their CDs, rather than raking it in at the box office.
So what are you setting out here? The AntiProduct table.
Yes, the AntiProduct table.
So
Consume and Die.
Yeah.
That's the name of the album.
The album, Consume and Die.
You can get it.
But how can you be selling things if it's AntiProduct?
Because it's the irony thing working in.
Oh.
You see?
Irony thing. So people are still spending their money, but just ironically.
We have to leave somehow.
Of course. Of course.
Or, you know.
Is money a very important thing to this band?
Well, not really. We're like doing everything quite with nothing, more or less. We just like giving up everything for the band. We're working really hard, like rehearsing every day, 6 hours a day. And we're just doing that like because we love music, and it's, for me, it's my passion and it's my life. And I'm like, at some point, we want to leave of music, of course, but just like, it's not a matter of, of course, anybody would like to have money, but I don't know, it's more for a passion. It's not for money right now. Like,
but you don't earn money. Do you have another job? Do you have a job?
I do have another job.
Right.
Like when I'm free, like when I'm not touring, I'm working in a bar.
You work in a bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like trying to survive. It's like, we get some money, we divide it in between us, but at this point, it's not much money we're getting.
When a band's so poor it needs its fans to buy a tour bus, it can't afford luxuries like a full road crew. Bit of a culture shock for Simon, the drummer, who swapped his job setting up concerts for the London Symphony Orchestra at the Barbican for setting up his own drum kit in the back of a pub.
About a nice drum tech.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. It's weird because like setting drums up, it's not like, and I suppose it's different when you're setting the guitar up, like all the strings are in the same place, but most of the time it's easy for me to do it because I know
exactly what you want.
I know where it's all going to go, and plus we can't afford a drum tech, and what they do, I'd rather keep the money and do it myself.
Trouble is, when things start to go wrong and there are no technicians to sort things out, life gets hard. AntiProduct are ready to sound check, but the venue's sound man has popped out to the shops. Alex tries to set things up himself with the pub landlord, and everything starts off okay.
I wouldn't mind if I could find my place in line. I wouldn't mind if I could make some mark on time.
Yeah, there we go. You got the right channel.
And if it's still not right when you start.
Okay, because we can't hear it. We're up here, obviously.
Yeah, and everything else is probably too loud. And that's why I think too much,
Oh, we just probably crank more gain on those when it comes.
Yeah.
Alex wants his sound to be perfect. The landlord wants to get them off and sound check the support band before the doors open.
Is there a way maybe, guess not?
With musicians, I think they just want it that much. In fact, it would have been better just to turn the amps down a touch, and then the vocals is at its limit.
So they're saying turn the instruments up, but then turn the vocals up as well?
Yeah, but the vocals are at their limit, really, because they've probably got playing it as if they would a bigger venue. This holds 120 people.
Right.
Doesn't need to be so full on.
Yeah.
They know best.
Okay, just let him deal with it. So we'll just take a break till he comes back.
Is it a bit difficult when you have to do it all yourself?
We're used to that. I didn't realize it was going to be like this, but you know, it's definitely, it's kind of like, why don't we just show up and play? I don't know, we have to do the sound too.
I was just thinking, like, normally bands have their own.
Well, we do have our own guy. We have our own guy that we take on like some of the gigs and stuff, whatever. But I mean, what happened here is that, and I mean, it won't really affect the gig. The gig's going to come off and we're going to rock, obviously, because there's no option but to do that. But it's just a vocal PA, so what they don't have enough stuff to be able to mic the cabs and stuff to get it through the PA. So, which, you know, it's fair enough. It's how they run their business, whatever, you got to accept that. But, and then the sound guy just went back, I guess, to lock up his shop. So, like, we're ready to play, but we got to wait for him, which isn't, like, standard issue how it's done.
So you're under a bit of a time pressure then?
Yeah, guys, to get used to it.
Yeah? So
it's just, I think the band's used to playing bigger venues with everything mic'd up, sound engineer in-house, where it's the back room of a pub. The sound engineer's gone home to get changed and have his tea because he thought he'd all set.
Right.
So, but it's all right.
OK, let's take a breather. The sound man's not back for a while, but there's still 2 hours to go until the gig. So let's chill out by the sea and try and find out about these bodily fluids I hear AntiProduct have been selling.
We sell on our website my sperm, Toshi's urine.
For good.
Yes. Simon sells a stool on the website, and we actually, it's actually one of our biggest sellers is Simon's poop. Yeah.
Right.
I do vomit, yeah, and if you're lucky you get spots of blood in it too, but I can't guarantee it, but, you know, I try my best. We've sold a few. It's not just the ones we've given away. We have actually sold some too. So it's not just a one-off
sick people out there, you fucking weirdos.
Well, you buy them.
So, Dave, is there any fluids you've been selling?
Not knowingly, no.
Poor Dave. He just can't cope with this, and he needs to feel needed.
Let's make out with Dave.
Time to get back to the gig. And there are 2 other bands on stage before AntiProduct. And this is where things really begin to get weird. Makeup takes on a whole new meaning with this lot. And then there's the merchandise. I'm not sure whether this is to sell later on or Alex is just desperate. Things are going well for Dave. AntiProduct's happy. But as the warm-up band get halfway through their set, the sound system keeps cutting out.
It's the PA that's blowing everything.
Oh, so that'll mean that'll turn up. Hey guys, if the PA goes down, we're going to right off.
But when it blows, it cuts everything, so you lose everything on stage. So it's on. Is it on now?
Yeah,
it's on for like 2 seconds. Not enough to go on, so check it first.
There might not even be a gig at all at this rate, and there's nothing Dave can do to help. Even if things get fixed, will he be able to get the band back on that 2 a.m. ferry?
The power's off again!
Just tell us what's happened.
The venue are trying to fix the power, but basically they don't really know what's gone wrong, so we're just waiting for them to switch something on and then we can keep setting up. Until they do, not a lot's going to happen.
How much longer do you reckon you've got? The later it gets, the later you are for the ferry, right?
Exactly. Well, the place closes at 2, but realistically we've got to be off stage by 1 to be able to get a ferry. So obviously we've got to load up, sort the money out, sort everything out, sort the merch out, and get over to the ferry. So I'd say we don't want to be on stage any later than 1.
AntiProduct are going to risk it. If they don't go on stage now, they'll never get Lucas back for his job tomorrow. Blimey, with all that equipment flying around, it's amazing they've all got off stage in one piece. Anyway, Dave's got to hurry them along to catch that ferry which leaves in an hour. Trouble is, the band are absolutely shattered.
Clearing up to do, mate. A little bit of tidying up. Not as much as sometimes that, but not too bad. We'll survive, and we'll be ready for the next gig.
Somehow, God knows how, Dave survived. The band's still able to stand up straight, but for how much longer?
There's loads of beer in my bag.
And somehow they've made it to the 2 a.m. ferry. Give that roadie a drink.
More of the real life of a roadie tomorrow at 11:30 on Weekend Horizons. After the break, robots asking each other to step outside.